If you want to talk about one of the strangest games that I own, look no further than Kiwi Kraze. Everyone outside of the US knows this game as the New Zealand story. Why? Well, because the entire concept for this game came from a vacation taken to New Zealand.
I'm sure most people would think this game is kind of weird, but it's actually pretty good. Not a hidden gem, but something of lesser value.
So the story isn't specified in the game, but you control Tiki the Kiwi, who has to rescue his girlfriend,
Fifi, along with his friends, who were kidnapped by a seal for some reason.
If that isn't one of the most clicheist of ways to start a game, I don't know what is. I'm not even sure if clicheist is even a word. Oh, and in case you're wondering, which you probably are, a kiwi is a flightless bird only found in the country of New Zealand and mostly related to cassowaries. The game was first created for the arcades in 1988 and subsequently released for most home computers. I'm going to focus on the NES version of the game.
So, the basis of the game is to get Tiki to the end of the level and save one of his friends who are trapped in a bird cage. Every level is referred to as a world, and there are 4 zones per world. Instead of just walking towards the right and reaching your goal like most games, Kiwi Kraze allows you to explore most of the levels themselves before you make it towards the end. Don't explore too long, however, because if you do, you get a hurry up warning. The second time this happens, some little devil shows up and tries to kill you. You can't shoot at it, but you can run from it, but it won't go away until you reach the end of the level or die. Look here, I'm trapped. Nowhere to go, so I'm dead. What's kind of cool is that whenever you die, you start off exactly where you left off, so that makes it extremely convenient. Kiwi Kraze is one of those games where the character dies with one hit, but that's okay, because enemies don't hurt you directly, so it makes it fair. There are also various weapons you get throughout the game, such as lasers, bombs, and fireballs apparently, but I never saw this while I played the game. What's annoying, however, is that when you upgrade your weapon, you don't get to keep it when you advance to the next level, and rarely can you upgrade your weapon to begin with. There's some things about this game that I can't really comment on. Like, I don't know why a book destroys all enemies on the screen. I don't know why apples give you points. I don't know why those enemies remind me of the enemies from Mega Man 2. And I don't know why that guy's arrow just got stuck mid-air. There are many hovering devices in the game and they all work differently. I personally like this egg one, but it rarely appears in the game and... Wait, what? I died? How? Let's look at that again. Wait, so those are spikes? Kinda hard to tell, don't you think? Would it have killed the developers to actually draw those spikes a different color? Anyway, in World 1-4, you fight the first boss and... It's a pink whale? Yo! A kiwi is fighting a pink whale! Am I the only one who think that's so cool? And it just swallowed me. And I don't know about you guys, but I think this is totally cool, man. I really dig it. World 2 has a lot of water-based levels. I didn't know kiwis could swim. They must be pretty slow swimmers because look at how slow Tiki navigates underwater. In a game where a little devil kills you if you take too long within a stage, don't you think it would have been fair if Tiki could swim a little faster? When you hit the water, a red bar appears on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and that's your air meter. When it gets low, Tiki starts fluttering around. Luckily, there are air holes underwater where Tiki can catch his breath. He also has a weapon while underwater in the form of a spray gun of some sorts. You have this thing here shooting bubbles. The bubbles float up and get stuck wherever the air holes are, which makes it difficult to get up there and breathe. Why can't those bubbles work like they do in the Sonic games? It would make sense to breathe in a bubble to get air. It's such a pain to navigate towards these areas. I like how expansive it is, but sometimes it can get very frustrating.
Wait. What just happened here?
What killed me? Those arrows? Well, they look like arrows pointing towards the right. I didn't know those were weapons. And more importantly, why do weapons get stuck halfway on the screen? I make it to the boss and it's some sort of octopus rock. This game rules. An octopus made out of a rock and it shoots bats. The creativity is off the charts. And he's not so hard to beat. World 3 has a lot of cities and doors that are not useful. Anyway, I make it to the third boss in this game.
And I'm just sitting here waiting with anticipation as to what we're going to see. We've already seen a pink whale, an octopus rock that shoots out bats. The creativity is off the scale. What are the developers going to surprise me with next?
What's it gonna be? Whoa! What the heck is that? And it's shooting missiles! This is amazing! Really cool. Like, I'm ecstatic, man. World 4 is an underwater madness. Think of it as World 3 in Super Mario Bros. 3. This is probably the most frustrating set of levels in this entire game. I also have to say that at this point, that song has become incredibly annoying. I've counted only 3 songs in this game, and when I'm frustrated navigating underwater, that song is irritating me even further. Once you get to World 4-4, the scenery has completely changed. You're on some sort of ship. To get around this area, you have to be precise as heck. Look at this. Those arrows barely touch the spikes and you die. You also notice that there isn't a boss for this world. You just save your Kiwi friend and move on to World 5.
I have no explanation as to why they neglected to add a boss for World 4. I guess they figured that the game was hard enough as it was, because at this point it kinda is.
World 5 takes place in Mount Cook, which, believe it or not, is a legit location in New Zealand. Completing all 4 zones in this world isn't insanely difficult. Tedious, yes, but not insanely difficult. Anyway, once you make it towards the end, you have to fight the last boss in this game, which is the seal that kidnapped Tiki's friends. Shooting the seal does no damage, so you have to shoot the balloon that he's riding in. It looks like he has either a burrito or a rolled up newspaper in his hand. And just look at that mean look on his face. Tiki beats him, and you get your end screen.
So this game's okay. I mean, it's not a masterpiece that's going to be compared to the likes of Metroid, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Super Mario Bros., or even Final Fantasy. But I could definitely recommend it to any gamer out there. Well, here's hoping that you enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Sledge of God saying, in my best Maori language, Haidera!